as both teams get the initial adrenaline and, of course, the initial momentum of motivation up. Harlem playing from the south end of the field, once again in white, red color, red numbers, and black. And we United playing from the north end of the field, playing from the north end of the field with their orange and black colors. About to get underway. The Stockholm Technical Center. And we're on the way. We United taking first touch on the line. Trying to penetrate, tries to get to Conrad Simon. Angel Bello denying any access. Aman Ailey plays it to Eon. Eon trying to push forward through to the center, not getting through, interception by We United. Oh, good interception right there. Of course, the first attempt by Harlem. Harlem trying to break through, tries to pass to the defender, tries to get the first one in, but the defensive backline for We United holds up very, very, very strong, very early. We are barely 45 seconds into the game, and of course, first bits of threat coming in from Harlem. Sacrificing a corner. Angel Bello gets the ball in. Gets it to the far post. Ball still up in the air, looking for the header. And clearance completed by We United. Looks to make the run. It's Allison Gasper putting on the boosters, but the ball having a bit more power as Conrad Simon plays it in through to the middle. Looks for Ian Oscar. Gets a spread to the far end. Oh, interception by We United. Looking for some support in the midfield there. Gets the support, drives one in through to the channel on the far end. Ball still in play on the far end. And unfortunately, as the ball rolled out of his feet. Looking for a very early quick counter. Conrad to Arman. Arman, oh, having the ball taken from his feet very easily. Plays it in front of the channel. Interception by the back line there. Both teams having their midfield covered very properly. Oh, gets one in for to the channel. Oh, and it's a ball headed over. Danger still in place, but the offside flag on the far end saves the day. Second attempt coming in. And it seems as if Harlem is definitely putting the early pressure on this We United team, suffering a 4-2 defeat to the Portsmouth Bombers earlier this week. Nichols plays it to Gasper. Gasper gets one to the channel on the side. Gets one into the face of goal and straight to Mayoja Packets. Was national player, national goalkeeper Mayoja Packets. Seen him having some wonderful performances over the season. Harlem taking their time with their string of passes, not forcing the ball in, realizing that trying to penetrate so far has not been able to get through, but We United really have had the interceptions under cover. Oh, and a strong challenge against Ian Oscar. It's good that Ian Oscar didn't receive colors for this one from the referee. Casper, long one inside, looking for the header, and it's just over. A bit too high. Very good first attempt. Shot from a distance, looking for the header into the 6-yard box. It was just a little bit overzealous. Mayoja plays out. We United attempting to put some forward pressure. Harlem trying to string it on the line on the far end. 2 versus 1, and the ball goes out of play. Harlem on the last 2 attempts not been able to penetrate. Conrad Simon really trying. He's under a bit of pressure. It's 2 versus 1. As the pressure and cover clearly shows itself, keeping them boxed in. Kamal Kazimi attempting to throw that one in through the midfield or carry it over, not able to get through, as Alison Gasper denies him any out access. Kazimi. Eon. Oh, mistouch by Eon there. We United shots. Oh, and the defensive line holds up strong. Still under pressure. Gasper plays it back. Shots. Oh, from a distance. Nathaniel Roberts gets a first attempt, but the spread is just a little bit too wide for Nathaniel Roberts. Ian Oscar pushing forward. We United plays back, chips one into the third, the final third. And a foul spotted on the far end. Ball keeps it short. We United hold on to possession. Casper still onto the ball. Plays it into his midfielder, chips one over, gets one forward, and nobody there to answer that call. As I say, good afternoon to the one, the only Kareem Regis. Kareem, good afternoon to you. Harlem and We United third place action in this under 18 division. Good afternoon, Kareem.
Good afternoon, Joseph. Good afternoon to all our viewers as that ball breaks for corner Simon. Simon takes a touch inside. Simon opens his body up, and Simon with the goal. Conrad Simon puts in Harlem up 1-0. As you said rightly, in this third place match here at the Dominica Football Association Technical Center. third place match.
What a quick counter coming in from Conrad Simon, playing it onto the line, catching that back defense, catching that back line completely off guard. In fact, an almost absent back line, only one defender there, but that one defender just wasn't able to hold on. Conrad Simon taking a very composed shot, Kareem, and of course, right now, you know, these are the kinds of shots that you want to take. You don't want to play any kind of hasty shots, and Conrad Simon really almost perfectly putting in a composed shot to put Harlem in the 9th minute, 1-up against We United. Kareem?
Yes, it was a great shot by Conrad Simon. Just opening up his body. Good finish by the young man. Henri-esque, I should say. Just opening the body up wide and slotting that ball into the bottom right-hand corner of Jerison James' net. As you said rightly, Harlem up 1-0 in this third place game this afternoon.
Kamal Kazimi to Conrad. Conrad, again, gets some space into the middle. He's under a bit of pressure from Gasper. Has to revert all the way back. Gets a spread to his right winger, trying to penetrate in through to that small channel there. And of course, Harlem on the fire, looking for goal number 2. Chips one in. He stays with it. Angel Bellot. Shots from Ian Oscar from a distance, Kareem. And of course, the butter was a bit too soft for that spread.
Yeah, that shot just coming in from Ian Oscar. From his weaker foot, actually, his right foot. Low ball coming through. And I'm not sure how close that was to Jerison James' post. It seemed that he had it covered all the way. As they restart with the short goal kick.
We United on the far end. Ian Oscar was under a bit of pressure and a good defensive interception there. Plays it to Nathaniel Roberts. Nathaniel Roberts so far with 1 attempt. Gets one in. Back to Roberts. We United. They are now a bit of pressure. And finally, some clearance. Ian Oscar giving a bit of clearance into the midfield for Harlem as Harlem attempt to break away. They get the breakaway on the fine to their captain. Loses the ball a little bit, holds on. Will this be goal number 2? No, he does not get the power to push it through into that little gap on the far end. We United a bit slow on this counter. He's putting himself under a bit of pressure on the far end, Kareem. I really fought on that far end over there, of course. Really thought he would have sort of forced the counter coming in because he wasn't that much under pressure. Well, he and only one other player sort of slowed down the play a bit.
We United were everyone's favorites heading into this U18 tournament, actually topping the table undefeated, but going down to the hands of the Rovers-carried Portsmouth Bombers U18 team during the course of the week.
Good one for Conrad Simon. Conrad Simon holds up, beats one, dances left, dances right, tries to beat one, still beats it, shots, and he scores! Goal number 2 for Conrad Simon, coming just 4 minutes later, Kareem. What a composed shot again. Goal number 2, did the dance left, dance right, beat the one defender again, and just slid it into that back post. What a shot 4 minutes later by Conrad Simon. Goal number 2, Kareem.
Yes, what a goal it was by Conrad Simon. That's what you call a real solo effort there. Picking up the ball, traveling all of probably 40 yards with it. As you say, checking in left, checking in right, just getting ahead of his defender, still showing some good strength. And then a finish into that same bottom corner there, kissing the post on his way through. And that's maybe the best 6 minutes of football Conrad Simon would have ever played in his life. But it puts Harlem up 2-0 and an opportunity here to get a third place finish for the boys in white and black.
But so far, very early, Kareem. They do have the W so far, and I know it's a bit too early to call it, but clearly the way how this Harlem team is playing, this Harlem team is definitely playing that they want to end this under-18 season on a very strong note, possibly sending a message to the final, possibly sending a message in the finals right now to the other teams before the next season that even if they are playing for third place, but for the next season, Harlem most likely will definitely be a team to be reckoned with come next season.
Yes, yes. Joseph rightly said. And a lot of these young players are expected to feature in the Harlem Premier Team as the season is set to begin in the month of April. Ball coming forward, Nathaniel Roberts. Tries to get across into the box, but blocked out.
United. Oh, that's a completely aerial attempt by Alison Gasper. A desperate attempt by Alison Gasper. So far, Mayoja Paquet, the goalkeeper for Harlem, has almost had no work to do. Good spread to Conrad. Oh, Conrad gets one. Conrad making the break. Trying to do the dance once again, but the two defenders waiting for him. I suspect they've been picking up on how to read Conrad. Ball going out of touch on the far end.
And as you can see, Joseph, just this Harlem team coming ready, looking very prepared. It's a very strong Harlem starting 11. But I noticed on the We United side, I noticed they are without the likes of Turi Christmas. They also without Giovanni Frederick, for example. No Taron George, no Deshaun Alexander, or Kopel. So without a few of the usual starters here this afternoon. But still they feel like Sir Alison Gasper, Yannick Vigilant, Kimani Rodney, and others will still be able to put on a show. Let's put on a good fight here in this third place game. And this is a precursor for the finals.
Yes.
Bombers versus
Buffalo State coming up at 6 o'clock.
North versus South.
We United. Gets to Roberts. Roberts on the wing. And again, nothing to really work for by Mayoja Paquet. Been having a very quiet afternoon. United. Casper goes down. Oh, ball dispossessed. He's gonna be making the break. Takes his time. Hits on the left. Oh, and he goes down in the box, and it's a penalty. What? It's not a penalty, Kareem.
I'm wondering.
I called it penalty. I apologize for calling it, but it seems as if the referee may have saw something different. And this time, colors are going to be coming out. Aman Ailey actually receives colors.
And the Harlem team really agreed with them because they felt, well, at first instance, there was a handball shot when the initial ball was played through. The referee rightly played an advantage as the striker was through on goal. And then it looks like now they're looking at that was a penalty. And I mean, well, for our viewers at home with the stream available, we'll be able to clip that and show it to us. I know the video editors are hard at work, clipping and dissecting and slowing down and zooming in. From my angle, I can't really make a call, but it looked like it would have been a penalty. And then Armand Ailey just taking offense to that.
Again, I know for sure Karim, the coaching staff on the sideline for Harlem don't seem to be too happy with the outcome of the decisions happening in the last 90 or so seconds.
To be honest, Joseph, I don't think I'd have been happy either.
I call it penalty, Karim, because
I really thought it was going to be
yes,
one, but the referee must have saw something. Again, the referees are the ones with the trained eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the way how you put that, bro. Trained
they
eyes.
Are the trained eyes, so they will see the things that maybe us, as I don't use the word common folk, maybe cannot see during the course of the game. But it's again 2-0 up in favor of Harlem. Goals coming from Conrad Simon. Both goals, both really good goals.
I don't want to say Harlem may be coming back with a vengeance, but I suspect just for what just happened there, Harlem will be wanting to make a statement. Roberts.
Ooh, that's a great pass. And Josima tries to get it through to Angel Bellot, but good reading of the ball there by Kimani Rodney. Kimani Rodney, of course, has been injured for a large portion of this campaign. And that's a strong challenge there. DeAndre Peltier. Ball across Gasper.
Trying to get it in. Not being able to get it in. And Josima Gustav. Josima within a bit of help. Get some help. Oh, and the ball dispossessed from him. Reunited. Spread into their winger on the right. That's Nathaniel. Oh, and he goes down. Oh! And just outside of the box. Oh, he is lucky that it was just outside of the box. Yeah. Ahmad Ali guilty of that offense to Allison Gasper.
Ahmad Ali needs to be careful because he is on a yellow card from the previous challenge. And Allison Gasper is very shifty. He draws a lot of fouls due to his style of play. Hey! Wait! You're good. Let's go. Man up.
4-man wall. Gasper. Chips it in. Oh, and another easy save for Mayoja Packet. Effortless for him.
Yeah, Mao was just picking up that ball and trying to get the quick distribution, and it makes its way across.
Reunited. Slowing down. Looking for Roberts. Gets a spread to Roberts. Dylan. Good interception. Deciding not to push forward. Spreading the field, using their midfield right there. Gets a chip one in. Oh, and a good interception by Reunited. Angel Bellot. Oh, Angel Bellot gets the steal. Realizing he's under a bit of pressure. Held the ball back a little bit. Was looking for a bit of reinforcement. That I suspect was his strategy. He realized he couldn't go at it all alone. So pulled back a little bit in the process. But the ball dispossessed from him. Conrad Simon to Bellot for a throw-in. Clearance. Kamal. Conrad. Conrad back to Kamal. Kamal driving in. Oh, a bit of a heavy touch by Conrad Simon to Kamal Kazmi inside the 18-yard box. Kamal Kazmi not able to reach to it. It's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, the weight of the pass just a little bit off the by Conrad Simon. And it looks like we're going to experience a hydration break, a water break here. Cooling break for the both teams just to get a bit of water in. I always like the cooling breaks, Joseph. As a coach, it gives you an opportunity to get a few instructions across, get 1-2 things through.
But so far, Kareem, this afternoon, it's been all Conrad Simon. Not having seen any real, not necessarily real, but any peaks in the We United side so far. Addison Gaspar with 1 or 2 attempts. Nathaniel Roberts have been trying for a few assists, but does not getting through. It's been all Conrad Simon so far this afternoon for Harlem.
Yes, Conrad Simon really making a difference. Just getting on the end of those long balls. But so good work all around by the Harlem team, actually. A lot of good composure on the ball, good movements, just taking advantage of what I would consider maybe less experienced We United team, lacking a few key players here for this third place match. But you can only beat what's in front of you. Harlem right now, again, up 2-0 at this point in time. And we'll be really looking to probably try to get some more through. But can't take it for granted. We United can break really quickly. We United usually a very fit team. And the opportunities will be there for them to get some chances going forward. But as of right now, we have to say it's been a very dominant performance by this well-rounded Harlem team.
Kareem, with the absence of, as you indicated, a number of very key players for We United, you would expect the other players from the We United team to sort of step up a little bit and, of course, show their worth on the team. Not necessarily always having to rely on their main players. Other players, of course, need to step up, having to show the willingness to step up as well. As We United slowing down proceedings from the back, plays it in front to the midfield. Gets a spread to a winger on the left side. Gets a chip one over. Opportunity one clearance.
Some good passages of play from Harlem.
What's the back line? Center. Get up, fall in the center.
Harlem United really using that midfield. Aman Eli to Kazimi. Spreading the ball, breaking up those groupings there. Aman Eli to Conrad. Good. Conrad Simon making the run. Conrad Simon. And another heavy touch by Conrad Simon. But a good drive by Conrad Simon.
The touch needed to be a little heavy, Joseph, just to be able to get it around the We United defender properly. But Conrad, one of those really experienced players, very good player.
Oh, good string. Gaspar tries to play one in through to the channel. Doesn't quite get through. Gaspar still onto the ball. Kamal Kazmi put him on a bit of pressure. It's 2 versus 1 again. Oh, and he gets dispossessed. Sort of manhandled a bit there. Gaspar. Gets a spread to his right. Nathaniel. Dancing back. Ooh, he was trying to take the shot, didn't quite get it off. Angel Bellot gets the steal. Spreads it to Conrad Simon. Conrad gets it in front of the channel on the side. Angel Bellot dances past one. Conrad Simon again. Conrad Simon in the face, and it's long. He's going to make the sprint. Keeps the ball in, Kareem. The chance is still there. Eon. Opportunity. Ooh.
And the back spin just beating the goalkeeper there.
You really have to.
And it's a goal kick. I thought it would have been a corner. I thought it would have been a corner kick. The ball clearly ricocheting off of a United player, but the referee must have spotted something prior. We talked about some of the missing players on the United side, on the Harlem side, without the likes of Elvin John.
Well, Elvin John is here, but he's not
able to suit
up today.
And like a confirmation on a offside prior to the corner kick.
So that is why.
Yeah.
Nathaniel Roberts has dropped himself to the sides. He's going to be receiving some medical assistance. Ball proceedings get back on the way.
Ball coming across.
Plays it in to the middle. Gasper. Oh, chips one over. It's going to be one-on-one. Gasper. And another save by Mayoja Packets. Harlem United attempting a quick counter on the far end. Angel Bellot gets the ball. Ball still in play. Gets a little bit of a tug. Angel Bellot looking for a call from the official. Not getting it. Tyreek Loader. Handball spotted. Angel. Deciding to revert all the way back. Looking for the space in the channel. Gets a chip. Clearance to Kazimi. Kazimi to Conrad on the left. Conrad doing his usual dancing around. Gustav. Armand. Armand again. Realizing they're not able to penetrate through. Just playing the ball back, but Conrad Simon loses possession. Angel Bellot. Angel from a distance.
Well, that shot was always going wide there by Angel Bellot, but good opportunity. That's some good passing. DeAndre Pelter in that centre-back position for Harlem has shown some great passing so far this afternoon. Not just the long ball, but in the short passes, breaking those lines. It's always good when you have a centre-back that is able to pick out a pass. It allows a different opportunity and option if you know your midfield is lacking as that ball is given away. But our time on the ball. Oscar still.
Gustav. Aman. Angel. Unable to polish off that finish to Angel Bellot. Keeps possession to Nathaniel. Nathaniel forces the pressure. Conrad. Very quick counter coming in. One-on-one. Gustav. Eon to Angel. Angel! Just slide in. Ball still in play. The final right touch by the player. They're just going a bit wide. But Angel Bellot was looking for a call from the ref.
Yeah, Angel just saying that he was dragged down there. But Harlem need to realize that they can't allow the referee to dictate the game for them. They need to do what they have to do. But there was maybe, in fact, a hand on Angel Bellot's shoulder.
Ooh! Ooh, wow!
And that would have been something else.
Mm-hmm. We United. Aniel!
One of the easier ones Packers will have to deal with.
Conrad Simon. Angel Bellot sprinting through. Angel Bellot shoves off and just allowing the ball to roll out. Keeps possession. Another corner.
Corner kick.
Looking for the header. Clearance. Only as fast Conrad Simon. Conrad Simon forces the pressure. Angel Bellot. Angel Bellot goes down. And it took a bit of time, Karim, but
referee just making sure he was making the right decision. And it's a free kick in a very dangerous position, very centrally. That means the ball can go either left or right. Far enough that you can have the ball can have enough time, dip back down, but close enough that you can get it beyond the goalkeeper. And Harlem have a few options here. Ian Oscar looking at it, DeAndre Peltier. I think Carlio Joseph was looking at it as well, but Carlio conceding. It's either going to be Ian, the left foot of Ian, or the right foot of Peltier. Peltier!
oh! DeAndre Peltier! We thought it was going to go up and curve in, but DeAndre Peltier completely threw us off, keeping the ball extremely flat. Karim, that is probably the flattest shot I have seen for the season. DeAndre Peltier in the 38th minute. Karim, that one, in all seriousness, even caught me off guard, Karim.
And what a hit that was by DeAndre Peltier. Just hitting that hard and low. Everybody stood still as that ball just gently rolled across the back of the net. They're touching every single square on the artificial turf here at the Stockford Technical Center. And it's 3-0 in favor of Harlem, and this game in danger of becoming a rout as Ian Oscar again with an opportunity. And as I tell you, this fears that this game might turn into a slaughter. Joseph.
Very early on, 3-0. Harlem really, I suspect, looking to end this game on a completely clean sheet. So far, they have no stains. We United have no stains on the scorecard. One has to really wonder this time, what does this We United team have to really do to get back in, as Nathaniel Roberts on the right wing, looking for some help in the middle. He's under a bit of pressure from Kamal Kazimi. Kamal Kazimi keeps him in. Opportunity in, and of course, clearance completed.
That was AJ Bello doing well to complete that clearance.
Gasper with an opportunity from a distance, straight to Mayoja pockets. Conrad Simon.
Packet with some safe hands.
Back to Simon. This time playing deep in the midfield. Driving through to the channel.
And it's been all Harlem going forward. We United seriously need to try to get some footing into this game.
Keeps it short to Conrad Simon, who's decided to change positions, and it's long. Josima, Angel, Ion, Armand. Ball in. And just scooped up by the goalkeeper, Jerison. Long one in, Alison Gasper. Gasper, punching. Gasper! Goal by Gasper in the dying moments. Just about 5 more minutes. Alison Gasper coming in with a quick counter and goal, Kareem. Pulling one back just moments before the halftime, Kareem.
Yes, and that was a great finisher by Alison Gasper. One ball over by Nathaniel Roberts, beating the entire backline there. And for all the good work DeAndre Peltier has been doing, he must have done much better than that attempt. And Alison Gasper was able to get the ball under control, take a few positive touches towards goal, and slide that ball under my Rocha Packet. And are these signs of the comeback, Joseph? Remember, it's 3-1 with a lot of football here to play at the Southampton Technical Center in this third place game.
Well, Harlem was attempting to come back very quickly from this goal, but they got completely shut down. Kazimi to Conrad. Conrad beats one, tries to beat two. Armand! Clearance completed. Packet.
Ooh, good footwork there by Packet. Composure.
Good string of passes there. Harlem not able to get through. Ref calling that one back, Kareem.
Yeah, the foul looked a bit dangerous there. Calling for the medics. Looks like it's going to be something seriously dangerous. And I think it's something serious. I think that's Carlio Joseph down.
Looks like Carlio, yes.
At least he's able to limp off the field under his own power.
Ball back into play.
So Harlem momentarily down to 10 men as the player receives treatment. As to if he'll be able to continue, I'm not entirely sure.
Good interception by Conrad to Eon. Playing in through to midfield. Looking for some options. Taking his time, not rushing the play. Tries to chip one over to Angel Bellot. Doesn't get through. We United to Gasper now. Gasper again. Dances past one. Dances past two. Only as far as Kamal Kazimi. Bounces off Kamal Kazimi to Nathaniel Roberts. And oh, a miss! What a slip up by Mayojo Packet. Had the ball in his hand, Karim, and what went wrong? Because Mayojo Packet had the ball and it just slipped out of his hand by that effort by Nathaniel this afternoon. And just before the half, Nathaniel Roberts doubles up for We United.
And it's an opportunity, and We United back in this game here this afternoon. And it's, as you said, just a pop shot, hopeful effort by Nathaniel Roberts, and just Maroja Parker just bumping off of his gloves and falling into the back of the net. Not the best moment for the young man, but hopefully he can recover. But Harlem, We United, full of effort and impetus.
Ion Oscar, not with his usual help coming through, has to revert back. Josiman, back to Ion.
And I think
that's a
foul. And a yellow card.
Wow. A yellow card to Ion Oscar. And this is the second player for Harlem who has received a yellow card this afternoon. In fact, we are in the 45 plus 1.
What you go around with that to do? He must pull your shirt or he must give up. Just play the game.
That's the end of the first half, Karim.
Yeah, and then the first half, it's 3-2 in favor of Harlem. And what seemed to be a foregone conclusion for Harlem has now been made a game by We United. 3-2 as we enter the halftime interval. Goals coming 2 from Conrad, 1 from DeAndre Peltier, and on the We United side, 1 from Allison Gasper and 1 from Nathaniel Roberts. And it's going to be set for an action-packed second 45 minutes, Joseph, at the Stockton Technical Center. Join us in about 15 minutes. We'll be right back.
Opportunity early in as we have commenced the second half at the Stock Farm Technical Center in this third place encounter. We United versus Harlem. Harlem up a 3-2. Two goals in the last 5 minutes of the first half. Opportunity for Harlem to break in shot. Oh! Bounces off the crossbar rim.
That's a wonderful hit of the weak foot there by Josima. Josima Gustav just hitting the crossbar. Ball coming down and it's out of play. It'll be a corner kick in favor of Harlem, and this is exactly what Harlem needed. Harlem needed to start the second half on the front foot, seeing as they had already given up the 3-goal lead, conceding 2. They need to stamp their authority early in this game.
Opportunity. Header by Ion Oscar again, just flying over the crossbar rim.
Yes, again, another opportunity by Harlem with that attempt by Ion Oscar. Not known for his aerial promise, but good attempt by the young man as we United look to play out from the back.
Gets one into Gasper. Gasper spreads it to his wing, and Nathaniel. No one there to answer for it. Good chip over to Alison Gasper. Looking for the header from Alison Gasper, not getting through. Ion Oscar working at midfield well. Ooh. Ball saved on the fine by Conrad Simon. Keeps the ball in play. Dances pass 1, dances pass 2. Conrad Simon still with the ball. AJ Bellot. AJ Bellot. Angel Bellot. Sorry. Angel Bellot. Thank you, Kareem, for that. Relieves the pressure of himself to Kamal Kazimi. Spreads it to Conrad Simon. Conrad Simon driving in. Conrad Simon trying to push through, not getting the push through as We United attempt a very quick counter from the far end. Kamal Kazimi giving chase. Gets his way.
Composed defending there by AJ.
Aman Ailey trying to give a little tug to Alison Gasper. Alison Gasper dances past 1, dances past 2. Shots! And of course denied.
A great block there by AJ Bellot. Just sticking with the running path of Alison Gasper. You could see him hunting Alison Gasper down all the way as he skips past the Andre Peltier. And a good block there coming from Bellot. And the next goal in this game is very important, Joseph. If another goal does in fact come, because what you're going to notice is you have We United who would have leveled the game 3-3, coming back from a 3-goal deficit, and that could give them enough impetus and enough drive to even go on and win this game. Whereas now you have Harlem who will need this win here to solidify also the good work that they did in the first half, again scoring those 3 goals.
Conrad under a bit of pressure. Foul spotted. Oh, puts himself under a bit of pressure there. Gets the ball in. Opportunity. Dancing his way. Tries to get the shots. Clearance. And he was trying to get a push forward. Unfortunately, Angel Bellot guilty of that handball. Christmas. Back to Christmas. Angel Bello tries to shadow it, gets the shadow. Angel Bello driving through. Oh, Angel Bello goes down in the box.
That's a great challenge by Kimani Rodney. He had to get that one right. And didn't he just?
Alison Gasper looking for some space. Giovanni Frederick. Christmas. Back to Christmas. Gasper.
And you can see the We United team making it a constant effort to always get 2 on the ball when it gets spread wide to Conrad Simon. So Simon finding it very difficult to create as he did in the first half. That's a great ball from DeAndre Pelte, crossfield ball.
To low block. Eon. Ooh. Eon still on the drive. Clearance. Casper. Opportunity. Tries to shoot it in. And the offside flag goes up.
DeAndre Pelte to Conrad Simon. And that's the 2-man I've been talking about.
It really looks like a rim that they have picked on. And really, in the second half so far, have had Conrad Simon's number very well covered.
That's right.
Opportunity for We United sprinting on the fine, gets the ball in into the penalty area.
Good work by Nathaniel Robert, just taking a little bit too long to make a decision there.
First corner of the second half.
Everybody but one in the box for Harlem.
Header. Clearance. Tishon. Conrad. Ooh, Conrad Simon goes down.
Medics, come there, see you.
Kamal Kazemi down. So before we take that free kick.
You want that? Going forward, let's play the game faster, please.
And so far, Karim, it looks like We United have come with a change of tactics and techniques so far in the second half.
Yeah, for sure. You can see the We United team doing much better in the second half. Just lacking that goal to level the game. But they have been bubbling some pressure onto Harlem. And is this, how to say, a sign of things to come? You had the Harlem team who was in the ascendancy very early. But now, We United have seemed to have wrestled back the grasp of this game. And it's going to make for a lot of entertaining football as the time continues to elapse. We're in the 55th minute of play. 55th minute of play here. This is from the center. Just a reminder, this is the third place match in the U18 division. as we finally put an end to the 2025 football season. And
Mishap opportunity. Still onto the ball. Ooh, get some clearance. Just for as Tishon Christmas. But Tishon Christmas with that right foot attempt going completely sideways, Kareem. Ion Oscar. Looking for Angel Belot. Gasper right now for U18. Gasper trying to push through. Gasper trying to get past one. Doesn't get past one. Pulls back a little bit. Gasper goes down in the box a bit. No foul, says the referee.
Yeah, what you doing close to him so? Why you so close to him? Good, I understand.
Harlem trying to dance their way in through to midfield. Then a bit of pressure. Kamal Kazimi driving in. Kamal Kazimi a bit of pressure on the far end, reverts back. Ion Oscar shots over the fence completely into Stock Farm.
Just delay it, man. Delay it. Play your game. Hey, what's the tempo?
And we see a substitution taking place for Harlem. We now see the inclusion of Josiah Valerie coming in right now.
I'll see you a second after. Let's go.
So Josiah Valerie is coming in. And it looks like Josie Magosta will be substituted out. We also see another change. Darnell Christian seems to be preparing on the sidelines for Harlem. But Josie Magustav has been substituted out for Harlem. And in his place, Josiah Valerie. Clearance into midfield. Opportunity coming in. Christmas. Gasper punches in. Gasper still onto the ball. Gasper gets it in. And it's cleared away for a corner. Keeps it short.
some good distribution there.
Conrad Simon. One-on-one pressure on the far end by Irvin Nichols. Irvin Nichols marking his number. Interception by U18. Gasper again. Ooh, Gasper dancing past Ion Oscar. Going down just a little bit, ball still in play, plays to the advantage. Opportunity to take the shot, doesn't take it. It's a bit short. Clearance. for a throw in.
Yeah, that's true, man. Top four. Let's go, pick up.
Just about an hour done in this game.
Help him now.
Half an hour remaining.
Vigilant. Now to Conrad for Harlem. Harlem spreads past one. AJ Bellot realizing he would not have been able to get to it even with the bit of energy. Angle bend. AJ Bellot getting a good shot onto the ball to Conrad Simon on the far end. Conrad Simon, number marked by Nichols. And Nichols really has had his number as a second of the third time within the past few minutes, marking Conrad Simon's number.
Yeah, the United defense in general is doing a really good job. But the Harlem attack just not as dynamic as it was in the first instances. And that ball rolling into the neighboring Yankees area. It's a corner kick for Harlem.
Ball in. Oh, long one.
Urgency, let's go faster. David. Give me that one.
So we see the original ball coming back into play. Nichols chips one in. Header. Amand. Oh. Very heavy touch by Aman Ailey. Not sure if he didn't scan properly to check to see if Angel Bellot, but Angel Bellot no one to the ball. Angel Bellot searching for some support. Finally gets one deep in. Ball down. Opportunity for Aman. And clearance.
Go.
Conrad Simon having a bit of a mistouch. Opportunity for We United. Push forward. Oh. We United slowing down proceedings. Another heavy touch, ball out of play.
And you can just see the effects of that first 45 minutes. Remember, the first 45 minutes was a 3 p.m. kickoff. The sun was extremely hot. And you can actually see a lot of the fatigue starting to set in to the teams. Despite the Harlem team making a few changes, both teams just, you can see a little bit of a drop in quality, but still efforts as that ball tries to escape there for Bellot, but a good recovery by Kimanis Rodney.
Conrad Simon trying to push through, not getting through. Interception. Eon. Low block. Eon. Nizion. Looking for Kamal Kazmi on the wing. Didn't quite get through. Casper spreads it right. Tries to get it in. Opportunity!
Saved by Mawaja Packet. Caleb bang the bell on that opportunity.
Casper tries to get through, doesn't quite get through. Angel Bellot. Angel Bellot. Cycles back to Kamal Kazimi. Ooh, bit of a poor touch by Kazimi to Bellot. As we United take advantage of the quick counter. Ian Oscar. Oh. Opportunity coming through into the penalty area. Dante's pass one, Dante's pass two, takes the shot. Angel Bellot still onto the ball. And I think, yes.
That's 2 opportunities there for Harlem. Angel Bellot with one. Kamal with the other. And the game has really sprung into life here. The Stockton Technicals here in the second half. United on the ball.
Casper. Casper again. Casper driving. Casper. Casper gets denied with that right foot attempt. Aman Ailey to Ian Oscar. Playing in through to midfield. Looking for that gap. Has his number covered. Reverts back to Aman. Aman back to Ion. Still in midfield. Clearly, their numbers have been very well marked. Oh, interception. Opportunity. Ball breaking through. And Mayoja Packet getting a first touch, slipping out and making a decent recovery.
Good work to spread the big there by Mayoja Packet. Ball coming forward. Good work by Kimani. Foul.
And here's a foul against Harlem. Referee reverting back, pulling back the call. Looks like the medics and the officials are going to be called in. As we see more preparations being set up for the Harlem side. We also see Mayoja Packet also down. Suspect on the last scramble save that he did. Must have received a knock. So we have one player from each team down. We have the goalkeeper, Mayoja Packet. And a player for We United down as well. I've always wondered, Kareem, what the coin in the middle for the coin toss looks like. It's good to see that.
You've never had the opportunity to look at that?
Never, and this is the first time. The very, very, very first time and I'm seeing what the coin or the coin toss looks like. It's a FIFA coin. One side yellow, one side blue.
So a few substitutions for Harlem. Looks like Ahmad Ailey has run his race. I think it's gonna be Ahmad Ailey and Kamali out, and it's gonna be Daniel Christian and Jeshwani Blaze in. So Ahmad and Yes, Ahmad out and Kamal Kazimi out. And it's going to be in Triswan Ibles and Daniel Christmas. So everybody is back.
Hey, let's go. Hey, David. Wait.
We United trying to push forward. Angel to Eon to us to Conrad.
Referee blew any foul. I mean, it was a foul, but the ball was still with Conrad Simon, so the advantage could have been played. Now it's on Baron. Christmas.
Back to Baron.
So foul. And I'm not entirely sure if Yannick will be able to continue. Glad that the players can see the funny side of it. In as much as anything, Joseph, one of the things I think we have to remember is a very competitive game, but a lot of these guys are compatriots, I should say. A lot of these guys would have represented Dominic at various age levels, have been teammates, you understand, shared jokes, shared experiences. So it's always good that you can see that camaraderie. You have the likes of Alison Gasper over there, Caleb Dangoben, Jeswan Ibles, and Yannick over the ball, Kimani as well, who can share their experiences. I mean, yes, we have to be competitive and we have to be serious, but we must also always remember that there is a human element to the game.
Very true.
I mean, I myself, let's forget that at times, but we must try our best to remember that there is a human element to the game.
Vigilant seems to be okay. He will come to the side just to take a final bit of recovery before he fully comes back in for We United. We United proceedings back on the way for them. Gasper, bit of a gap, tries to dance in, gets the spread in to Mayoja.
Mayoja has done well in the second half, recovering from his blunder in the first half to make some good stops for Harlem. And that's a great clearance by Mayoja.
You can clearly see the difference in energy. Jeswani Blaze really pushing to get that one. Angel Bellots. Eon to Conrad. Conrad, oh, looking for Angel Bellot. Angel Bellot just stepping about 2 yards ahead.
Yeah, Conrad just putting that ball in behind Angel when it should have been in front of him.
Conrad, interception. Nizion with a recovery. Harlem, dancing their way. Angel. Okay. Gets the spread in, ball still in. Ball!
And Low Black had two options in the center, Daniel Christian and Jeswani Blaze, and Low Black decided to go on his own. And I mean, it's a corner kick, but could have been a goal.
Opportunity. Ball in. Just over.
On top of the...
So we see a substitution being prepared on the sidelines. We're going to be seeing the number 6, Diego Blaise, coming in.
Oh, you got them on the ground now. You ready to go? You stop making.
And we see Alison Gasper being the first goal scorer. Giving some encouragement. Yes, to Diego Blaise.
Diego Blaise coming in for Yannick.
Vigilant
just having run his race, Yannick. Having run his race, good work by the young man. And United still pushing. 77th minute of play. Conrad to Daniel to Nazion. And that's Diego's first bit of involvement. And I was just cutting two minds. There was Jared Loblack. He had just only Blaise to his left. He had Christian to his right. And that's again another error passed by Loblack. And Loblack needs to get out of this slump as Harlem look to hold on to this game.
Opportunity on the fine for We United. Coming in with a throw in. Keeps it short. Long one. Across the field. I think they're just going to let that one shadow out for a throw in for Harlem. See Nathaniel Roberts on the floor. We did see Nathaniel Roberts a few moments ago sort of limping a bit.
Both sides can go outside. You cannot come on the field and go and lie down. Both sides. It's either or. You can't come on the field and lie down.
The official on the side is asking Nathaniel Roberts to just find himself on the sidelines.
And I mean, he was out of the field and he ran and jumped back onto the field and then laid down. That's obviously a no-no. And We United have had a better second half than Harlem. It's just that 3 goals from Harlem really supporting their claim. 3 goals in the first half, 2 from Conrad Simon, 1 from DeAndre Peltier. But if I was looking at the game only in the second half without the assistance of a scoreboard, I would say that We United was in the lead or in the ascendancy at the very least in terms of how this game has been playing so far in the second half. Let's just remember again this game, 3rd place game, of course, in the U18 league. So a bronze trophy, a podium finish to play for.
He's on, gets onto the ball. Conrad plays it in front of the channel. Opportunity to come through, ball defensively intercepted. Oh, good steal by Conrad. Conrad again. Conrad keeps driving. He's under a bit of pressure. Oh, and he will allow the ball to roll out, and the decision is goal kick.
Conrad just caught in 2 minds. They're just really unsure of what to do with the ball, whether to swing it towards Goodwell to continue traveling down the line, essentially just run out of space here as we enter the 80th minute of play. And that's a foul and a dangerous free kick. Dangerous free kick for United as Conrad Simon seems to be down. Conrad having a real tough game.
Despite the conditions on the stand, Karim, especially on the extremely hot concrete, I know you and I have sat a few times. I would want to say sometimes even by force to watch a few other games on those extremely hot stands. A rather appreciative crowd coming out to support this very early, heated, literal game this afternoon. The conditions will be quite different in the second game. When the sun sets, conditions will be much cooler.
Yes. And you can actually see the arrival of the Buffett State team there. Buffett State team coming. It's at the Buffett, as the Bombers team actually arriving.
Opportunity comes in. Gets the ball into the air, and that just goes completely aerial.
Bombers coming in.
Bombers team coming into the stands, going straight to the stands just to watch the last 9 or 8 minutes of game. Johnny Blaze making an effortless chase. Easy on, pushing forward.
The game just becoming a bit nervy, Joseph. No either team. Nobody on the Harlem team wants to be the one to make the mistake that causes We United to score an equalizer. And We United, on the other hand, doesn't want to be the one to make the mistake that causes Harlem to score their fourth and what might be the nail in the coffin for them. And I mean, it's opportunities all around. Harlem really missing some guile and some impetus in the midfield. There was an opportunity for a few through balls to come through. We United again keeping serious control of the ball.
As Ian Oscar drives through into the middle, he has some support from Jeswani Blaze, and Jeswani Blaze, I really thought Jeswani would have made that diagonal run because he did see the ball coming over his shoulder. Oh, interception by Jeswani Blaze. Jeswani Blaze pulling back. Plays it into Angel Bellot. Angel Bellot. Oh, and Angel Bellot goes down. No call by the referee. Gets onto the ball again. Ian Oscar. Clearance. Just as far as to Conrad. Conrad to Nizion. Looking for some options. Long one in. Looking for the header. Jared Loblack not able to get complete touch onto the header, but We United attempting a very quick counter on the near end to on, but he goes down. That's Nathaniel Roberts goes down. And he has been marked by some injury. We saw him limping a few moments ago, and I'm pretty sure this one is definitely not going to help. That challenge by Conrad Simon will definitely not help him.
And that's a foul, dangerous position here as we sprinkle towards the end of this game. It's an opportunity for We United to get something on target and perhaps equalize this match and send us into extra time with just about 5 minutes remaining in the game. Ball coming in.
Cleared away.
Casper keeps it in. Casper spreads it. Roberts. Conrad stepping out. Valerie completing the clearance.
And We United still attempting to keep the pressure on. Tries to get it to Gasper, but clearance completed by Harlem.
Hey, hey.
Bit of a confusion as to whether or not the ball was still in play or not. Christmas, back to Christmas. Roberts, Nichols. Straight into the stomach of Angel Bellot, not intentionally. Ball short. Mistouch by Giovanni Frederick. United showing a fighting effort as the ball go long one forward. Angel Bellot on the fine, sprinting along with Nichols. And Nichols getting a clearance for a throw-in.
And a substitution for Harlem. Magnesium Baron leaving the field, and coming on is number 19, Reagan Roy. Bellot tries to get it across. It makes it all the way.
Just as far as Reagan Royer getting his first touch to Conrad. Reception. And a good break by Alison Gasper. Alison Gasper being challenged by Conrad Simon. Dances past Conrad Simon. And Conrad Simon gets the beat on him. And of course, good challenge by Conrad Simon. And of course, Harlem playing in through to the midfield to Ian Oscar. Ian Oscar pushing forward. And nobody there. Daniel Christian, just for a split second, thought that the ball was out of the keeper's hands. Challenged the keeper a bit. Oh, mistouch. Loda getting it to Gasper. Opportunity. Gasper having a mistouch. Opportunity again. Dancing past one. Doesn't get past two. Angel Bella dropping all the way back to a defensive position to get a touch onto the ball. We United really in the dying moments there, showing some last minute efforts there as Ian Oscar gets a spread on his right winger to Daniel Christian. Daniel Christian gets it into the face and face off goal, but nobody there to answer to possibly head it in. But a good attempt by Daniel Christian as We United attempting to put a last ditch effort there. Interception.
And Conrad can just see the grind of the game really taking its toll. And it's going to be 4 minutes extra time at the end of the 90.
4 minutes. 4 minutes to see whether or not any one of either Harlem can pull one or We United can equalize, forcing extra time as Ian Oscar spreads it to Conrad. He's under a bit of pressure. Back to Conrad. Conrad looking for some options inside. He's under a bit of pressure behind him himself. Conrad Simon dancing away and not able to get past the defender. That's a Caleb Dangleben. We United on the far end, trying to drive it on the line. So we are 4 minutes out. Harlem. Tries to get to Jeswani Blaze. Jeswani.
And the game winds down. 3-2 in favor of Harlem. All 5 goals of the game coming in the first half.
Could we see a final one coming in from Angel Bellot? Angel Bellot being challenged and clearance completed. Ian Oscar will make chase.
Ian Oscar really doing some good work in the centers at midfield. Always trying, always hustling.
Dylan Mark.
3v1. Gasper.
Gasper. Gasper again. Gasper to Mark. Mark! Oh, and the offside flag goes up against Dylan Mark. Dylan Mark thought he had it in to the back of the net, but the offside flag went up against him. But you have to admit it was a good bit of teamwork play between he and Gasper Karim.
Yes, and that was the opportunity of a lifetime for we United. 3v1 there towards the back. Some good football, but Mark just the wrong decision being made there. Gasper would have been better suited to just putting that into the back of the net himself. Alison Gasper just being too unselfish there, trying to play in his teammate when the goal was basically at his mercy. He sat down the 2 Harlem defenders, sat down the goalkeeper, and all he was missing to do was apply that finish, and then would have been an extra half an hour of football. Oh, what a crazy scenes here at the Stockton Technical Center in this first place game.
Very, very, very crazy indeed. I suspect they are really looking to wear that jewelry, that bronze jewelry, as quickly as possible and not delay proceedings for their third place win this Harlem team. And thankfully, the offside flag went into their favor. We see the dying moments coming into play. Angel Bellot.
Bellot
driving in. Drives past one. Tries to chip one in past the defender, doesn't get through. United. Gasper. Ball cleared away. So officially, Kareem, the 4 minutes are up. And Nathaniel Roberts again on the far end for We United. Down once again.
And it's going to be the last one that's for We United on this far end with that free kick. Last opportunity. It's been a spirited fight from them, I must say. Without the likes of Turi Christmas, without the top scorer in the U18 league, Raven Gopel, We United really putting on a show here at the Stockton Technical Center. Despite being down 3-2, it's an opportunity. And we'll be looking at possible candidates for man of the match, Joseph. My vote would be for Conrad Simon.
My vote would also be for Conrad Simon. In fact, I had 3 names in play, but Conrad Simon takes the final pick for us here, man of the match.
Yes. Conrad Simon, 2 goals. Defensive effort, offensive effort, everywhere on the field for Harlem this afternoon.
Also kind of put past the efforts of Angel Bellot as well.
Yes, Angel Bellot, a lot of tireless running at the front there for Harlem, often keeping the We United defense pushed back.
From the We United side, for me, it would definitely be the number 7 Gasper. Definitely be one of my contenders. Alison Gasper had a fantastic game. And Nathaniel Roberts has been sidelined. We're looking possibly at the final play, as you indicated, Curry.
Last opportunity. Casper. And that ball rolling out of play, and I think that should be it. That should be it.
That should be it. We're just waiting for the
Referee
final whistle.
looking at, yeah.
I think he will just allow the ball to get back into play before he makes the final call. The ball shot. Another opportunity again. Oh, good last minute opportunity coming through. United can play from the back again. Oh, and completely sends the ball out of play. Right now we are again literally at the mercy of the man in the middle, Regan Roy, and that is it. That is it. 3-2. I think the nail was just about halfway in, but right now with that whistle, Harlem have punched and hammered that one final nail in 3-2 for Harlem, sealing their third place position this afternoon in this under-18 league, Kareem.
Yes. It was a good game of football, especially in the first half. All 5 goals coming in the first half. And man of the match, Conrad Simon, with 2 goals. DeAndre Pelto with 1. We United started them on the comeback. Goals from Alison Gasper and Nathaniel Roberts. Yes, Nathaniel Roberts and Alison Gasper. But alas, not enough effort showed, and it's a 3-2 victory in favor of Harlem United. But kudos to the We United team. They put on a really good fight and opportunities. So Joseph, the viewing audience can join us in about an hour's time for the final between Buffett State and Portsmouth.
Thank you. We'll see you in just about an hour's time right here. Thank you, guys.